Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another news-related video. I'm Dash Rose. I am back to do a news-related video on the Walt Disney Company once again. Yes, I'm going to be talking about the Walt Disney Company, and at some point in time, I also want to talk about Warner Brothers. I'm not going to be doing that in this video, because this is mostly the Walt Disney Company that I'll be talking about and discussing. And I'm also going to, at some point in time, talk about the Xbox 360, closing and all that, because it's going to be closing, and, Microsoft's closing the stores down, in about a month or so. So I'll be talking about that stuff later. But as for right now, I want to talk about this. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It would help me out a lot. I would love for you guys to all do that, and if you guys don't like me talking about news stuff, I also, do reviews. I do reviews. I also do gaming videos. I have not been doing as much of it this year, but that's because I've been kind of busy with some stuff. My dad's been having surgery. He had surgery on his knees twice, and now he's going to be having, surgery on his shoulder, and Mama's coming to the house. She's helping me clean up, the house and all that. I'm trying to keep it clean and all that, but, with, two other people living here, it can be kind of hard and all that, So yeah, but I do want to get back into the gaming stuff and also finish up what I, need to finish up with Luigi's Mansion 3, so, yeah. But anywho, let's go ahead and get into this. So you guys know how Disney is, with their cast members and all that, and their employees. You know how they treat people, like, they always talk about how they, oh, they're part of the family. They're part of the Disney family. Well, it seems like it's not becoming the case at all, because what's happening here is the Disney company is losing lots and lots of money. They are literally going bankrupt. They are going bankrupt. They are losing tons of money. They're having to make cost, and by cutting costs, They end up laying off people. They've been laying off tons and tons of people. And heck, I think it was last week or the week before, they were talking about how they're laying off 14% of the Pixar staff. I mean, there's already a bunch of people that got fired from Pixar, but now they've got even more. So that's like 14% of the people that remained when they fired them the first time around. So Disney clearly is struggling. They're clearly struggling. They're definitely not the same company they once were. And you can all thank Bob Iger for that. Bob Iger, has freaking run the company into the ground. Like, even when he first became the CEO, I started having some problems with them. Like, I did not like how he, removed Walt's name from the movie, intro, and I don't like how, how he, I think it was him that was also responsible for shutting down, the 2D animation studios that they had, because, I get that they were costing more money, but that's what Disney was known for. And yes, other studios have done that too. But the Disney company was the main, source, where people, went to make animation and all that, But now it's like, now it's basically not animation anymore. Now it's just like live action remakes and sequels and all that, And more on that later. But yes, basically though, they've been doing this thing for a while now, and, they've been replacing, people with AI and all that, and it's just getting worse. Like, it is getting worse. Like, there's talk that Bob Iger may just cut pretty much most of the staff, and it maybe just become a robotic, AI, generation, Disney company. it's basically gonna take all the life out of it, you know. Basically, Bob Iger is gonna be doing what Wall-E warned us not to do, you know. You know how in Wall-E, you know how all the humans, you know, like, they basically left the Earth and had the robots do all the work, you know, not just on Earth, but on, you know, the planet. I mean, on the, you know, on Earth, you know, they had like the Wall-E robots, and then they had the humans, you know, not doing anything, and you know, on the ship and all that. And basically, the you know, the Earth, you know, went to hell and all that because all the robots, you know, couldn't function for a long period of time and all that. That's basically what's gonna happen here. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, the humans are not gonna probably get fat and all that like Wall-E. You know, it's not gonna happen like that, where technology is gonna run everything. But it seems like it is taking people's jobs and all that, and people are, you know, afraid about that. And I mean, like, why pay an actor or an actor or a writer to write stuff when you can have AI do all the work for it? You know, that would save money because you got to pay people tons of money and all that. And it's just going to end up backfiring. And what's sad is I think Bob Iger is just going to remain there, and he's going to keep collecting money and all that. And the guy needs to get freaking fired. He needs to get fired big time. Like, he needs to get fired because he is definitely ruining the company. Well, it's already ruined. Honestly, Disney is it's dead at this point. In the past, I've had hope that maybe they would fix it. But, you know, when Chapek came in and wasn't doing anything, and then they brought Bob Iger back, and he ended up making things even worse. You know, he was supposed to be the savior of Disney. I just lost hope. Well, I lost hope when Bob Iger came back, because I was like, yeah, Bob Iger's gonna come back, and he's gonna come back, and he's gonna fight to stay in the board seat and all that. And I mean, we even had, you know, we had Nelson Pelton on trying to fight, you know, this year and all that, and Bob Iger basically won and all that, and all the Disney people won. You know, well, you know, the heads up at least, because not everyone that works at Disney is bad, you know, but a lot of people are, and they're not making changes and making things better. They're treating their cast members like crap, and they're basically, you know, they're ruining franchises they bought. So yeah, pretty much at this point, Disney, you know, is in a horrible place and all that. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish Chapek was back. I mean, I'm not gonna say I like Chapek because I didn't like it. Like I said, he didn't do anything to fix the company either and all that. But at least the company was dying faster. Now it feels like we have Bob Iger back. Bob Iger is just doing the same crap Chapek did. Actually, he's doing it worse because, you know, Chapek was put in there, and yeah, he did do some stuff and all that, but a lot of that crap, like all those movies and all, were greenlighted under Iger. But now that, you know, Iger is back and all that, he's just making the company run even longer, you know, like, and it's being dragged even further to the ground. It just needs to be put out of its misery. It needs to be put out of its misery at this point. And I hate to say that because, you know, a lot of the employees will lose their jobs, but I mean, to be fair, they're going to lose their jobs anyway because Bob Iger, I think there's talk that Bob Iger, like I said, is going to replace a lot of these, you know, employees and all that with AI, so people won't be able to work for Disney anymore. And I think DreamWorks is doing this too, but I think DreamWorks is still allowing, you know, other people to work there too, but I think they've also cut costs and all that and cut a lot of their staff too. So I think at this point, Hollywood in general it's bad. I think at the end of the day, I think Hollywood may pretty much be gone, and I think what's going to happen is a new generation's going to come in and probably create their own studio somewhere else. Believe it or not, that's actually what I want to do. I'm not gonna lie, I would like to make cartoon, movies and all that. I'd like to bring back hand-drawn well, I don't know if I'd bring back hand-drawn animation, because trying to find, people, to draw the work would be hard. But I wouldn't mind having, some 2D animation and all that. Even though it would be nice to have hand-drawn animation too, it's just, again, finding, especially, right now, trying to find people for that would be kind of hard. But yeah, I'd bring that stuff back, and all that. Because I'd like to do that in the future. I'd like to create my own studio. I'm actually trying to work on selling my books right now. I just don't know where to publish them. Because honestly, trying to publish them online, you could have people trying to steal them. I mean, there's been reports of, people getting their work stolen from Hollywood, stuff and all that. And not just Disney, I think Warner Brothers too and all that. They've been stealing people's work and all that, which is really upsetting and all that. And, that's kind of why I don't want to do that, But, yeah, basically, though, that's the thing, though, is that's kind of why I want to create my own studio, and I don't want to put up with Hollywood's bull crap. Not to mention that, they're also, their streaming services, they're going into streaming war. And they're we got Comcast, aka Universal, teaming up with Netflix and Apple TV to take on Disney. Disney is using ESPN and Warner Brothers and all that, and they're doing bundles there. So it's literally going to be a civil war going on. I actually think I made a video on that. I just never uploaded it. Honestly, I kind of just was like, I'm talking about this stuff now, so I'm like, why upload it, But, yeah, that's basically what's going on there, too. So, yeah, Disney Plus is doing really bad, too. They're doing so bad that they're relying on, like, other studios to bail them out and all that. Which, honestly, they should just be better off. They should be better off, just freaking, like if I were Disney, I would, like, just bail out of streaming and just go back to, like, DVDs or Netflix or something. Well, I don't know if I'd go back to Netflix per se. Like, I mean, maybe put some stuff on Netflix, but I don't know if I'd go back to Netflix completely, because, they were probably, like I've said in the past, they were probably losing some money and all that. They were losing some money over this stuff, because the movies like had to make more profit, and all that, because Netflix was so cheap, so they weren't making a lot of money off of it. But still, I mean, now they're kind of doing the same thing. Well, actually, they're doing stuff worse now, because they're the ones paying for the content. But a lot of them are also cheap too. Like that, I mean, Disney's still cheaper than Netflix and all that. So they're probably not making as much content off of there. Like, while Universal and Paramount, I've noticed, are putting a lot of their content on there too. So I think Paramount is probably going to, end up, is probably going to end up shutting down their streaming platform, and probably going to be going back to, Netflix or something. So I don't know. But yeah, there's definitely a lot going on, though, and I mean, cutting people off and all that, that's not going to do a lot, That's just going to make it harder for people who want to actually, act and all that, and voice act, that would be a lot more fun. Instead of having an AI, do your voice, why not have, someone in real life, do it? Now, I can understand if they do this with people who have passed away, use their AI voices and all that, to keep their character alive, but doing this in real, like, to people who are, still currently alive, yeah, that's not right. And yeah, I definitely think, I definitely think, Bob Iger doing all this it's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna piss more people off and all that, and their stock is actually going in the toilet. It was, when they were announcing Nelson Peltz and all that was, like fighting and all that to get a board seat. I don't know. It sounded like they were actually going to make changes and get rid of Bob Iger. People were actually happy because the stock started going up. But the stock, started going down when he and his team actually won and Nelson Peltz lost. And all those changes he said they were gonna do, they aren't freaking doing. They only said that to get freaking Nelson Peltz, off their ass and from them fighting them all the time. So, yeah, basically though, it just seems like, yeah, they don't have any plans to change anything. And they were talking about selling off some stuff and all that, but that was also when Nelson Peltz was fighting with them. Now that they won, and Nelson Peltz is off their back for right now, they're not selling anything. I mean, they really don't need all this shit either, They could easily keep the employees and not have to, replace them with AI or shut crap down if they would just freaking sell it off. Like, they instead of, like, selling off, like, Star Wars or, 20th Century Fox, which is crap, they don't have anything to, to do with, they don't even know what they're doing with. Well, they bought them out, but they don't know what they're doing with any of the properties. I mean, they do have, like, some stuff coming out, but a lot of it's not really good and all that, and basically people are just tuning out on that stuff. They'd be better off just selling it off and making some of their money back. But instead, they basically just bought out all these properties and refused to sell them. Now, that's something even Chapek was doing. Chapek, when he was in charge, they shut Blue Sky down. Blue Sky Studios got shut down under his watch. And I feel like Bob Iger is probably going to do the same thing. I mean, Bob Iger, when he was in charge, they did shut down their gaming division. I think they shut down Touchstone Pictures. Which Touchstone Pictures was supposed to be it was like 20th Century Fox. It was for, it was basically for, all the older, I mean, the adulter films and all that, like films that were like live action and more aimed for older audiences. They shut that down. They shut that down in Hollywood Pictures. I don't know if when Hollywood Pictures was shut down, but I do know Touchstone Pictures was shut down back in 2016, and Bob Iger was there, and Fox basically took over that. But again, they blew so much money on Fox, and they didn't really get much out of that. They could have just had Touchstone Pictures instead, but again, I don't know. I just think this whole thing is just stupid. Like, it really is. I'm not kidding. The whole thing is just really stupid, and I mean, again, they could easily, keep the employees, but instead they just throw them aside, and all that, and they replace them with robots and all that, which, by the way, they're not gonna, they probably won't function very well and all that, and it's basically gonna be just like, it's gonna be like, WALL-E, or actually, it may be worse. It could be that the technology kind of just runs everything and kind of malfunctions, it gets a bug or something. Because that's the problem, If this technology, gets too bad and it's a bug or something, all of it will malfunction. That's the problem. Now, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind seeing some robots and all that here and there, but I don't want them taking people's jobs and lives too, Like, I wouldn't mind having some robots, around here and there, but the fact that they're taking over everything, that's definitely a problem. But, but another thing is, too, I want to go ahead and bring this up before I end up letting this video go, because I think I've kind of talked about, the technology and all that for a while. I want to talk about the fact is that, Disney and their sequels. Because apparently, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I believe that they're announcing that they're making an Incredibles 3 now too. So yeah, they keep making sequels to these movies too. They keep making sequels and all that, and I mean, again, sequels are not gonna do anything, I mean, they might make you a little bit of money, but you can't just bank on sequels. I mean, that's the problem with Hollywood in general. They're kind of banking on older products. I mean, DreamWorks and, Pixar's owned by Disney. That's, the ones making, Incredibles 3. But, Paramount and all, they're all like banking on older stuff. Now if like DreamWorks, at least, I don't know about Paramount, but DreamWorks, well, actually Paramount too. Paramount actually released quite a bit of original films last year. They actually had one come out this year that's out right now. I think it's called It or something, or The Thing. I don't remember what it's called, but it came out this year, and actually it's actually, I don't know how it is, but I do know that it's actually an original movie and all that, and with Disney and all that. But most of their movies this year, most of them that they have announced, are actually I don't even know. Is there any like original movies? Most of them are just like even last year, most of them were just like sequels or remakes of original films. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but this year they don't even have an original Pixar movie. They have like Inside Out 2. Last year they had Elemental. There was actually supposed to be a different movie that was going to come out, but it got pushed back until next year. It was supposed to come out this year. They even had the trailers and all that, but because Bob Iger wants all these stupid sequels, basically they already they have that coming here. Now Inside Out 2 I think was already in the works, but Toy Story 5 was not. And Cars 3 was not, because they're making a Cars 4, sorry, they already have a Cars 3, Cars 4. And then, also, we've got, talks that there may be an Incredibles 3. We got two Frozen sequels coming. Yeah, 2 Frozen sequels coming. Actually, maybe 3. I think there was 2 or 3 of them coming. And then, we've got, we've got a lot of sequels. I mean, we also have the, live action movies that are coming out. There's even the prequel to the live-action Lion King movie, which a lot of people, including myself, wish it was, hand-drawn like the original movie, because, you could argue, again, that it's a prequel, to a live-action movie, and I get that, but the live-action movies are remakes of the original movies. You would think they would just make it, 2D, first, and then later down the road make a live-action remake. Because that's what people want. They want hand-drawn animation, or even 2D animation back. And they're not doing that. And it'd be like if they made a prequel to the Indiana Jones movies and they made it animated, Even though that would be nice, to have some more animated movies, it still wouldn't make any sense, because it was originally a live-action movie, I mean, I guess it would make a little bit more sense, like if they, because there's not, as many 2D animation movies, but still, like, it'd be kind of weird, to have, the rest of them be, like, live action and just suddenly have a 2D animated movie. It'd just be weird. So, yeah, but the thing is, though, again, they have all these sequels coming out and all that, and a lot of people have kind of left the Disney company. A lot of people have, left. I mean, like, when we lost, I don't remember, yeah, John, or I don't remember his name, shoot, I forgot, there's, like, way too many big, guys that I'm kind of struggling to think of his name. I don't know, like, oh, John Lasseter. I knew his name was John something. John Lasseter, when he left, Pixar and all that to go to Skydance, a lot of people went with him, and then we have, DreamWorks. A lot of people have left Disney to go to DreamWorks and all that, and Netflix and all that. So, Disney pretty much have lost all their, original studios, too. They have. They've lost all their, their original, writers and all that for these movies that were actually bankable in the past. So, yeah, I really don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I definitely think Disney is in a very, very dark way right now. I feel like that Bob Iger is just going to keep running the company into the ground, and it's dragging on longer than it would if Chapek. Chapek would have just killed it. And when Chapek was going, they lost money, but a lot of money too. But they were also, I thought Chapek would have probably just ended up, just if he remained, they probably would have just ended the company. But then I guess people probably wouldn't realize how bad Bob Iger was either. So I guess there's that. Because, yeah, Bob Iger is an awful CEO, and that's the one we're stuck with right now. With Chapek really didn't know what he was doing with the company. Bob Iger knows what he's doing with the company, and he doesn't freaking care. He doesn't care. So, yeah, I don't know what to say here, but I'm probably going to go ahead and end up letting things go from here, though. I will see you all later, though. And, yeah, this is probably not going to be very good. And I don't know if, we're going to get an Incredibles 3, but I wouldn't be surprised if we would. But anywho, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let things go from here. So see you all next time. Anywho, bye-bye.